bar system. You guys ready for some music? Well, here we go.
That's what I've been told before, and I guess it's true. You teach people how to treat you by the things you do and say. Well, I guess it's true. Still others told me I had only but myself to blame. Now I'm walking, now I'm talking, now I know my name. And now I see you, and now I feel you, and now I hear you, and now I can breathe, and now I know it's true. You teach people how to treat you by the things you do and say. Well, I guess that's true. And you can have reasons or results, but you can't have both. I guess that too is true. Still others told me I had only but myself to blame. But now I'm walking, now I'm talking, now you know my name. Now And now I know it's true. And I see you, and I feel you, and I hear you, and I see you, and now I feel you, and I hear you, and I can breathe, and now I know it's true. Oh, be strong, oh, be bold, oh, be strong, and now I know it's true.
How about this orchestra? We've had such a fantastic day. Had the opportunity to perform for all of the middle school students at their schools. We had a chance to abuse all of the child labor laws and rehearse the students for 2.5 straight hours. They're just such incredible troopers, such great music makers, and it's also fun to see that they seem to be such good friends, all because of the music that you're supporting. So thank you all so much.
We learned some things today. Faded Love by Bob Wills and Sex Play. Was Faded Love is the...
With enthusiasm. I had a lot of enthusiasm.
It is the Oklahoma state country song. And we also learned that the state vegetable is the watermelon. So, my wife says, don't teach our kids that.
Well, do we have any Bob Wills fans in the crowd tonight? Yep, they came. We opened with a little Cherokee Maiden. At the height of his career, Bob Wills was the highest paid American musician, kind of like the Taylor Swift of the mid-1900s. I think exactly like
Taylor Swift.
And this is one of our favorites, a little Faded Love.
This is kind of the Shake It Off of 1945. Look at the letters that you wrote to me. It's you that I am thinking of. And as I read the lines that to me were so sweet, I remember our faded love. With every heartbeat I in the springtime. When you said goodbye, I remember our faded love. I miss you, darling, more and more every day. As heaven witness the stars above. With every heartbeat I still think of you and remember our faded love. And remember our faded love. So, Peter Markes here on the guitar and now the fiddle. Peter was actually in 2014, he was named the Oklahoma State Teacher of the Year. Huge accomplishment. Self-proclaimed recovering string orchestra teacher himself. And now he's in the profession of teaching others to teach music. He's the director of music education at Oklahoma City University. And this summer marked the 30th anniversary that Peter and I have been making music together. All over this world, we've represented Oklahoma in the United States in over 40 countries, and had a chance to share some of those stories with the students today, but basically that everywhere we go, we're always representing more than ourselves, and we have to remember that and even claim that and ownership, and that's something that we have done. In fact, next Thursday, I'm going to be en route for China with my band, and we're going to be celebrating the 40th anniversary of a sister state friendship between Oklahoma and Gansu province in northwest China. Yeah. A friendship started by our beloved and very recently passed away Governor George Nye. George and Don and I were there in 1985. It was a long journey. George loved telling the story about, he said, once you got to Gansu, then you still had a long ways to go if you wanted to get to the Gobi Desert. He said, we had somebody that took us in a private plane, and the province is so long that you had to stop midway to refuel. And in 1985, I'm sure it was a journey, and it is now, but one of the great things, privileges we've had, some of the places we've gone, is actually sharing American music for the very first time in these places. And it's astonishing to think, like today, for example, at one of the middle schools, we were sharing country music for the very first time. And so we've really enjoyed the work we've done internationally, but also the best part about it is that it's this place, Oklahoma, that we're always representing when we go somewhere. And we have written, and thank you. Great state of Oklahoma. And so this is an original title track of my most recent album, and just kind of a love song for our state, but also just realizing that this is a song for anybody who has that place they call home. We hope you enjoy. This is one that's just simply called Homa. 14 days and nights away, I fiddle up and down this highway, singing almost every night, trying hard to make it right. With every minute adding up, I drink this coffee in my cup, these little smiles reminding me why I can't wait to be back home. Looks so good from up above my home, place where I first fell in love. Oh, I can't wait to be back home in Oklahoma. Stars up in the summer night sky, home. Oh, I find a way to give somehow, but the last thing that I wanna see is one more stage between my lover and me. I've got to let you go, but tomorrow you should know I'll be back home. Looks so good from up above my home. Place where I first fell in love. Oh, I can't wait to be back home in Oklahoma. Stars up in the summer night sky. Home. The sunsets always make me cry. Oh, I can't wait to be back home in Oklahoma. Home, Oklahoma. The song is rolling in, feels so good to breathe in it. This land and sky reminding me I'm so proud to be back home. June bugs in the front porch light my home, where everything will be alright. Oh, I can't wait to be back home. Repeat as far as I can see it home. A little simple life is all I need. Oh, I can't wait to be back home in Oklahoma. Something in the atmosphere of home. I can tell the Lord is here and it feels so good to be back home in Oklahoma. Our educational program that we take to middle school and high school orchestras is called Playing with Purpose. And we wanted to create something, a program that was not just going and working with students like a normal clinician and like approaching, here's some tips on how to get better. We want the students to get better. And we want to help them in that journey, but more importantly, we want to try to answer the why questions about why are we trying to get better? Why are we working so hard, pulling this bow across these strings, hours of our lives? And because we have this held belief that the music has the potential to change lives. And if it's so our heart and our intention as we come to these stages, whether it's on the stage here tonight at the concert hall or for one person sitting in a cafe or whatever it may be, anywhere we go, we have a chance to interact with somebody and change their lives. And maybe through our music we might inspire, encourage, or even bring some healing to somebody who needs it. We agreed today that 100% of us on this stage are not having a perfect life where there's nothing going wrong. And we're all dealing with something, and we all could use maybe an hour where the music can just bring a little relief, or just a little peace, or a little joy, or a little healing that it may bring for you. And that's our heart and our intention tonight. This is an incredible group of young people who are very connected to what they're doing, and they have their mind around their mission. And I couldn't be more proud working with them. Honestly, as we were playing Homa, I was thinking, I premiered that chart with the Oklahoma City Philharmonic, and I felt better with this group tonight than I did that night with the OKC Phil. This is an outstanding group of young musicians up here on the stage. Let's give them another round of applause. We have a project called Broken Beyond Repair, where we take little violins like these that we have tonight, whose repair cost is greater than their replacement value. And we make music on them to show how, just like you and I and our brokenness, that there's still beauty and value in each one of us, and how we can be used just as we are for God's purposes. We can do great things even in a broken condition. And it's not that the instruments can't be fixed, but it's cost prohibitive, like a totaled car. But we're going to take these instruments and we're going to play a little bit of music on them for you. And hopefully, as we do so, you can think about the brokenness in this world and the brokenness in your lives and in the lives of those around you. But ask yourselves the question, what does God see?
This too shall pass. Live and let live, but for the grace of God. One day at a time, works if you work it. Live and let live, but for the grace of God. This is a journey, not a destination. Live and let live, but for the grace of God. Just for today, let it begin with me. Live and let live, but for the grace of God. Act as if, gotta keep an open mind. Live and let live, but for the grace of God. Day at a time, it's gonna work if you work it. Live and let live, but for the grace of God. Be true, live and let live, but for the grace of God. Share your happiness and share your pain. Live and let live, but for the grace of God. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Easy does it. You're not alone. Live and let live, but for the grace of God. So much sure it's gonna work if you work it. Live and let live, but for the grace of God. One is too many, 1,000 not enough. Live and let live, but for the grace of God. I came and I came to for the grace of God. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Before you say I can't, please say that you'll try. Say that you'll try. First things first. Keep it simple, stupid. Live and let live, but for the grace of God. No pain, no gain. Gotta stick with the winners. Live and let live, but for the grace of God. Decisions aren't forever. You will be amazed. Live and let live, but for the grace of God. Let go of old ideas. You will be amazed. Live and let live, but for the grace of God. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. This is a journey, not a destination. Live and let live, but for the grace of God. Just for today, let it begin with me. Live and let live, but for the grace of God.
beyond repair, but what does God see? Let's open our eyes, folks. We were on the radio this morning, 2 different radio stations in Ponca City. Somebody was just complimenting Peter this morning. They said he has a really great face for radio.
Thank you.
Anybody here is coming over the radio airwaves this morning? You had to have been up really early. Well, oh yeah, 8 o'clock, yeah, it's, you know, for musicians sometimes it's pushing it, but we gave a little tiny preview, just guitar and fiddle, on the country station this morning, and we said, if you want to really experience Charlie Daniels the way he probably never thought that he really needed it this way, but this would probably put a big old smile on Charlie Daniels' face if he was still around with us today. But this is The Devil Went Down to Georgia with your Ponca City and Stillwater High School orchestras. Hope you enjoy. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in the bind, he was way behind, he was willing to make a deal. When he come across this young man song on the fiddle and playing it hot, and the devil jumped on a hick stump and said, boy, let me tell you what, you didn't know, but I'm a fiddle player too. And if you care to take the devil, I'll make a bet with you. You see, you played a pretty good fiddle, son, to give the devil his doom on. I bet this fiddle of gold against your soul, because I think I'm better than you. Well, say, mine's Johnny. It might be a sin, but I'll take your bet and you're gonna regret, 'cause I'm the best there's ever been. Johnny, rosin up your bum, play your fiddle hard. This unbroken sin your jam, and the devil deals the cards. If you win, you get the shine, fiddle made of gold. If you lose, it won't get your soul. His case said, I'll start this show. And fire flew from his fingertips, he rosin up his bow. He pulled that bow across strings and it made an evil hiss. And a band of demons joined in and it sounded something like this. Johnny said, that's a pretty good old son, but just sit down in that chair right there and let me show you how it's done. Run, 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 run. Doesn't have the rising sun. Tune the break, break it down, break the rock, rock, no channel. bowed his head, cause he knew that he'd been beat. And he laid that golden fiddle on the ground at Johnny's feet. And Johnny said, hey devil, just come on back if you ever want to try again. I done told you once, you son of a gun, I'm the best there's ever been. You made fire when I'm on board drum. Run from the house at the right side. Shoot the red man making that up. Get into the neck by the channel.
Well, that was pretty fiery indeed. And of course, my longtime friend, Kyle Dillingham, I think one of the best parts about making music together with somebody for 30 years, it tells you just really deep down that you must really, really, really love each other. And I hope that you're feeling that it's true and that your kids are forming these bonds too, just because of music. It's pretty darn special. This next song is one that is based upon a poem attributed to Ralph Waldo Emerson. I'm hopeful that you have read it or could look it up. This poem is simply titled Success, and this is that song called What is Success? Shared a meal one day. He asked me how my life was going. I answered him, okay. Then he posed an interesting question I could not understand. He asked how I had lived my life. Was I a successful man? I asked, what is success? It is to laugh often and much, and to leave the earth a better place. What is success? It is to earn the affection of children, and to ease a life through your living ways. That is success. I work in my garden, my children are grown, and 4 generations live near. I can attest, I have lived a full life, now I must go. My grandson is here, oh that is success. It is to laugh, often and much, and to leave the earth a better place. Oh, that is success. It is to earn the affection of children, and to ease a life through your living ways. Oh, that's my success. I have that, often and much, and left the earth a better place. to my living ways. Oh, that's my success.
When we got together with the students this afternoon, the first thing we wanted to do was, meet on musical terms. We should just play a little music for them, right? And we thought, well, we don't want to just play everything that's going to be on the show, because we're going to rehearse that. And so we pulled out this traditional Russian romance that we love to play. Ochi chornya, ochi chornya, ochi strastia. It's not in the printed program, so if you're one of these people that is following and you're very strict about the program, we are about to divert. And it was bound to happen sooner or later. But this was a special request from some of the students on the stage, and they said, you have to play that tonight. And so we said, well, if we have to, and there's no way getting around it, then here we go. This is Ochi chornya, otherwise known as Dark Eyes. Just a warm-up. Like stretching. Feels good.
singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life, you're only waiting for this moment to be free. I once was lost, but now I am found. Was blind, but now I see.
Unbelievable. You know, it's not very typical for orchestral musicians to bow. But I said, we're going to all stand and bow tonight. And I think we should bow more than once, especially when we get the kind of applause and the gratitude from our audience that we've had from you all tonight. Have you guys had a good time here tonight at the show?
Well, we have come to that time that we are going to share one more tune, and it's, well, you'll know it. Before we do that, though, I want to just piggyback on what Paula Cochran was first saying, to thank the whole team of teachers. Let's have them stand one more time to be recognized, and any other teachers that might be here tonight. What we are able to do in an afternoon obviously takes years of preparation, years of just moral preparation, cultural preparation, this idea that we can share music, we can do anything. So just wonderful work happening in the Ponca City and Stillwater classrooms, string orchestra classrooms. Tomorrow we will be visiting Stillwater to play for their middle schools and high school students who couldn't be here tonight. So if you're thinking, I'm a Stillwater kid and I missed out, we'll see you tomorrow, bright and early. Also, we know that much leadership, the ability to say yes or no from our leadership, our school administrators, is often easier to say no because then it's finished. And what I'm gathering is we have men and women who say yes to things like this. I have their names written here, the superintendent of the Stillwater schools, Tyler Bridges, and also the superintendent of the Ponca City schools. We learned Adam Leeming. We haven't met them yet, but if they're here or any administrators, please help me to recognize them. One of the most difficult jobs in school administration is hiring the right people. Am I correct? It is. But when you get the right people on the bus, we can do amazing things like this in amazing venues like this. It's just such a special community place to gather. It's our first time to be here, Kyle and mine, and we hope we can come back. Would that be okay? Yeah. Okay. And we have two more groups to thank. Already we've thanked the many parents and families and friends who made this music instruction happen, but I want to thank you one more time and give the students a chance to show their appreciation for your support. And we wouldn't be here, literally, none of us would be here if it wasn't for these students. Let's thank them, please. It's funny, we often think about it the opposite way around, correct? Right? If we didn't have the parents, we wouldn't have the kids. But these kids are a wonderful reason to gather and celebrate. So thank you for helping us do that, helping us play with purpose. And we look forward to seeing you next time. If you are curious to learn more about us, the best idea is just talk to us in the lobby afterward. But if you don't get to do that, you can follow online, kyledillingham.com. From there, there's connections to social media, all of our recordings you can stream however you like to stream music. And we even have CDs available to sell tonight. If you don't have a CD player, we have coasters available to sell tonight.
You can get the whole box set.
Some people are out there like, they don't even know what coasters or CDs are. Yeah. The kids on stage, yeah. But thank you again for letting us be a part of your community.
Yes. Well, we don't know how you got here tonight, but we're going to be leaving on the train. That's the Orange Blossom Special. All aboard! Steam engine. Look yonder coming. Coming down the railroad track. Look yonder coming. Coming down the railroad track. It's the Orange Blossom Special. Bringing my baby back.
School Band.
And our